Hello fellow loomers. So here I am today with these mesh fishnet borders and edges, which looks very pretty at the edge of or a border of for shawls. And a lot of people are asking me on Facebook pages that how do I do it, and they were asking for pattern. It's a very simple thing. I don't need to kind of write a pattern or create something at the store. So this video I'm going to demonstrate how do we do these mesh. Now if you see these eyelets, and the width of the mesh is different with different gauge of loom and the gauge of yarn. This was a little thicker yarn, like it was number 3, and the final width is half an inch lesser than this one. This is a sport weight yarn, like shawl yarn, and the number of pegs I use, the number of stitches I use to stitch these is same. So when you knit, ensure that the gauge and the gauges of loom and yarn would make a difference. So let me begin knitting. I'm knitting a swatch here, and beside edge I've casted on 10 pegs, 10 stitches. This stitch is the fishnet stitch is always knitted on it is in pairs. So if you want to increase or decrease the number of pegs you are using to create this fishnet, add 2. The pattern is multiple of 2, so I have 10 here. Most of my shawls that has these fishnet border, it has the net made up of knitted with 10 stitches. So the first row is E-wrap 2 pegs. Here you E-wrap and wrap loosely. Don't kind of tighten it, just wrap very loose, and then knit these. Pick up this loop from the right side of your loom or your hands, unravel it, pick up that stitch, unravel it, place it back on the peg adjacent to the peg that you have just emptied to create the fishnet or the eyelet. Then again, next pair of 2, lift this up, unravel and place it back. It is all E-wrap. I always knit these fishnet with U-wraps because it is loose, and the fishnet is a loose knitted, very meshy and airy, big holes for eyelets. So U-wrap or true knit won't help getting that open structure or the open eyelets that we want for the fishnet. So this is the last pair. My 10 is done. So, and knit this too as well. Now just knit them again, passing the yarn from the in front of the empty pegs. Loosely anchor it on the adjacent stitch. Right, this is row 1 and row 2. Knitting row 3 now, which is all purl, and you will knit every stitch and every row with very loose tension. Don't tighten, don't pull or tug on the working yarn. So this is all purl. I'm knitting a swatch right now, so it's not any particular shawl or blanket or a garment. And the last peg will also be purl. And then 4th and the last row is units. In earlier I said U wraps. There's not. It is not U wrap. It is E wrap. We all know that. So yeah, the fourth row is unit. So row third and fourth is done, knitted, and you can see there it is forming a nice mesh here. I'll show you like this, see. And since it is knitted on garter, there is a purl row as well, it tends to lie flat. It won't curl, it won't flip, it lies flat and adds a very pretty, delicate, frilly kind of edge. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much. Do subscribe if you want to keep updated with my knitting tutorials. Happy looming!